Matthew Lepacek and Luke Rudowski. All right, but you're both on the phone. I've got Matthew and Luke at the same time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Matthew, you're there?
Yes, sir, I am.
And Luke, you're there.
I'm here, buddy.
Okay, now straighten me out here, because you can't, with nothing but sound and no pictures, I can't figure out who was trying to ask a question, who got arrested.
Well, pretty much what happened here is I was asking a question.
This is Matthew?
This is Matthew Lepacek, and I was asking a question to Rudy Giuliani's spokesman in relation to the his foreknowledge, which he admits on ABC video, which it wouldn't go online, and just like Rudy Giuliani, Peter Jennings, and Google video, and watch that he said I went down to the scene, and we went up to headquarters at 75 Barclay Street, which was right there with the police commissioner, the fire commissioner, the head of emergency management. And we were operating out of there when we were told the World Trade Center was going to collapse. And it did collapse before we could actually get out of the building.
Now, Matthew, listen, I know you guys, find mysteries and all this stuff. I don't.
Okay,
I haven't for a long time.
The facts of today, because we are well researched over here as well.
But all right, just on that point, if I may say, because I was on the air covering it that day, everybody, all the reporters were getting word that building's going to collapse. That was not because the authorities knew they had placed charges in the building. They could see what was going on with the building. Why is that so surprising?
I've heard that too. That's why I wanted Rudy Giuliani to comment on it. And he said he never said that. No, all he has to do is correct what he said, sir. I'm not making an accusation here necessarily. We're just asking him a question. He sees who's not answering.
But we know. We know the questions you guys are driving at.
Well, let's not say you guys, sir, because we also say you guys. All right. So
I know you say me guys, and I say you guys. I know what the 9/11 truthers are all about.
All right. Well, let's just make sure we're concentrating on the questions being asked, and we're not trying to spin this.
Hold on one second. One thing I just want to clarify is that we are Change.org as an organization. We represent many family members and rescue workers asking questions about 9/11. Now, you say that many people, many reporters did know the tower was going to collapse. Not many people knew. The firefighters in that building, the police officers in that building did not know the tower was going to collapse.
I know.
No steel building in history has ever collapsed.
Oh, Luke, stop. Of course it has. I mean, can you explain to me? Can you explain to me? I mean, this whole melting steel stuff. There's a Rosie O'Donnell, first time in history, fire has melted steel.
Move on to this topic right now. Okay.
Well, just hang on.
Just
hang on. Mute them. I dare you to hang up. But that is an absurd claim. The fire doesn't melt steel and buildings don't collapse. Now, you guys, have you bothered to look at the 10,000-page document?
Sir, and I will continue to interrupt you because we're trying.
I can just mute you. You think you can take over a show just by, we're asking one question, sir? No, that isn't the way it works. I went to Paris and interviewed the inventor of this stupid theory.
We're not talking about somebody in Paris. There's actual physicists. There's actual engineers.
Yeah, right. Let me read for you. The National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, a branch of the U.S. Department of Commerce. Oh, let me guess. They're in on it, too. Released the final report on the National Construction Safety Team on the collapse of the World Trade Center. Though often derided by conspiracy theorists as a government version, the report includes input of hundreds of experts from private industry and academia.
Speak about that. We'll end your interview. No problem.
A supplement to the report notes that the elevator lobbies throughout the building were particularly affected by the impacts of the airplane and likely by excess jet fuel ignited by the crash pouring down the elevator shafts.
Well, I would like to speak about Rudy Giuliani and this comment regarding this situation. If you want to go ahead. If Luke Rudowski wants to comment, he can certainly do so. Go ahead, Luke.
One thing, when you talk about NIST, there's other people. There's scientists. There's physicists. There's two sides of this debate, and we should look into this deeply.
Well, what is the debate? What debate are you talking about? Are you talking about a debate that somehow or another the United States government caused this thing to happen?
I'm not saying the United States government.
Well, then what are you saying? If you're saying explosive brought those buildings down, who placed them there?
We're saying we don't know all the answers. We don't know all the answers.
No, but you're raising questions that lead to the conclusion that the U.S. attacked itself. It is a horribly irresponsible thing to do, and you are liars to say that you're not doing that.
Let me finish, sir. I'll let you finish, sir.
I don't know if you're being paid about what you're going for, what you're doing, but have you watched Loose Change? Have you watched Terrorist?
Loose Change, right. There is an authoritative piece of work by a couple of college kids who had some spare time while they were cutting classes, and they ask questions for which there are no answers, and they draw conclusions, and they get to the point where they say, Ron Paul will lead us to the White House and get rid of that George Bush who attacked this country on 9/11, and he's been hiding it all along.
You don't want to talk about this as a
Why are you cutting me off, sir?
We can talk. We can go on for a different day here.
Are you guys Ron Paul supporters?
You can try to nail us. Oh, am I?
Are you Ron Paul supporters?
What kind of patriot would not be a Ron Paul supporter?
Do I
have absolutely
bingo?
Unfortunately, my name is associated on Google. I cannot deny it at this time that I support a patriot if I name is Ron Paul. All right, I can't deny that. You can go online, type my name, and in 2 seconds you have that information. So I'm not going to deny my lust to want to save our country, sir. All right, and if you want to join the leagues of the fellow people that are out there,
no.
That's fine.
I have been fighting you guys since you opened your mouth for the first time. You are at the source of your opposition. You have come to the font of all your opposition. I am the one who is saying you are reconstituted nuts. You are out of your minds. You deny facts. You hold your head in the sand, and you're looking for somebody to blame other than the person who has taken the blame upon himself.
Alrighty.
You're acting like a 2-year-old, sir.
Going on his contradiction that
you are acting like 20-year-olds, which is what you are, which is why nobody should believe you.
I knew 9/11 was questionable for a year before I decided to do anything about it, and I was scared.
Where'd you work that up? In the cafeteria at high school?
Why are you cutting me off and I'll keep talking? First of all, do you live here in New York City, sir?
Yes, I do. I live in Jersey City, looking at the twin goalposts right across the river. I had friends who escaped from that building that day, and they think every one of your claims is lunacy.
We're making one claim right now today. We're making one claim, a contradiction of Rudy Giuliani's saying that Peter Jennings on a video. Go online and Google watch it yourself. I'll play it for you right now, but you probably cut me off. All right, everyone can go out there to Google video. If they don't remove it, it's going to be in our movie. It's going to be in the clip that's being released tonight. We spent all night editing this stuff to get it out there.
Man. Did you have pizza too? Was it a cram session?
If you think you know the whole story, you haven't seen anything yet, people. We're not doing this for an ego. We're doing this because we want everyone
X-Files come to life.
You're very professional there, sir. Very professional.
How would you judge it?
Am I on or not?
Loose change? That's your standard of professionalism?
We'll be making an appearance this evening on Coast to Coast AM, and I don't have anything against people that are out there researching.
Coast to Coast AM? Oh, George Norrie. Oh, boy.
He really got you in that one, John.
Oh, man. I've got to tune in. I'll bet he buys all of this stuff.
Yes, sir. It has been announced that this evening we are going to be on Coast to Coast AM.
Oh, well,
later use that as a propaganda.
All the nocturnals will be listening.
It's right after the Bigfoot discussion.
Yeah, Sasquatch lives
right now,
in
what
the
we're doing.
basement of the World Trade Center. Okay, 9/11 truthers roll into IEDs. You see what I'm dealing with? This is like college fraternity pledges run amok. This is like guys who were, told you've got to go on a scavenger hunt and, come back with this list of stuff. And they go out like a dog looking for a bone.
You're very professional there, sir.
Yeah, what would he know about it?
You were hammered for saying these people were affiliated with Ron Paul.
And then they just admitted it. This is why, people say, why don't you put Ron Paul in the Republican debates? Well, we don't let 9/11 truthers in the building. It's because of all the drool the janitors have to mop up following them down the hall.
He believes in you.
Well, I believe in the soul, the hanging curveball, high fiber, good scotch. I believe in the sweet spot, softcore pornography, and I believe in long, slow, deep, soft, wet kisses that last 3 days.
Gibson on Fox News Talk.